Hi, so I'm David Murray Hundley, and I want to speak to you about bootstrapping. So here's a couple of facts about bootstrapping. More people are doing it than you would know about, and we have this like mystical stories out there about people like never having to bootstrap, and actually they got seed funding from day one. Generally, those people who get the seed funding from day one are probably have already achieved something. As an entrepreneur with a successful business, etc. So they're the guys who find that stuff. But 9 times out of 10, what you'll find is you got to bootstrap, right? So you have to go and max your credit cards out. You need to go and put your savings into it, sell your nice car, borrow money from family, whatever you need to do. And you're probably not going to live the best life of your or best moment of your life, to be honest. And here's the thing that really drives me nuts about people who bootstrap is the lack of market kind of I guess market clarity or market research that these people actually put into their businesses. So they go and put themselves through 1, 2, 3 years of absolute hell in some cases, and have done zero market research. I had a company yesterday email me, done very little research, says he's been bootstrapping for 6 months. But I'm kind of shocked by the lack of actual market research this guy had done, and it's a massive thing, and it just drives me crazy. It's like 30 minutes of your time minimum, and you can find out, someone else is doing it in the market, where your differentiators are, is there actually a need, and it's really, really becoming quite common. The other thing as well is that, when I see people bootstrapping and their business is starting to grow a little bit, but they're kind of being very careful with the cash, I get amazed by the amount of founders I meet who are shocked when they're the back of the line when the payments come out. So, you pay your staff first, you pay your office space first, you pay your landline first, all these different things, and they get a bit shocked when they don't get a salary at the end of the month. And the fact is that most people with first-time businesses don't pay themselves for 12 months, sometimes even longer. Yeah, it's frustrating because you watch people around you with great jobs, with new cars and houses, but the way you need to look at it is that hopefully you're going to be successful at some point, and it will pay back in dividends. The other tips as well around bootstrapping is kind of keep the team small. So even though you may have a really good month where you make some money, the chances are you're going to have another few months of cash flow where it's a bit more challenging. So don't go spend all the money you made in 1 month and be scrimping and saving for the next few months. Kind of, rework your business plan, rework your P&L and budget, and just go, right, okay, this is what I'm going to do for the next few months. It's a real common thing within businesses scaling at the moment, where people seem to live month to month with businesses, and this is companies that are quite mature as well, and then they wonder when there's a downturn or there's a sudden challenge in their marketplace, or something happens or someone leaves, that they kind of find themselves with no cash. The other thing as well is that bootstrapping is tough. So a lot of people ban the term around a bit, but I've watched people spend their entire life savings or redundancy. Convertible Christmas tree is a classic example of that, when they've got families and they've got big responsibilities. And the fact is you're probably never going to see that money for quite some time. So if you're thinking about bootstrapping your business or bootstrapping in general, you need to really think about, I guess, what you're going to miss out on the short term, and also your responsibilities. I have a lot of people who say to me that you can't, you can be successful up to the age of 35, and then life becomes all responsible, and the chances are that you're actually not going to kind of take the same risks that you did in the beginning. So to kind of recap on that, just make sure that you're fully aware of what it actually means, but please do that research. Okay, make sure you need to pull people in to do it. Another thing about bootstrapping is about being smart with marketing. Don't go hiring PR companies, because 90% of them are bloody useless and expensive, and you won't really see any benefit, and it'll probably cost you a few thousands. So really do your research and make sure that you're happy to spend all this money and lose it. Look at it as a racehorse. Are you happy to lose the cash? If you are, then go for it. The chances are you're onto something good, you're onto a winner, and you're going to be okay in the long term. And you know what? The great thing about bootstrapping is, what I would say the real positive is, when you do come to raise proper seed money, or actually raise money for like a Series A, you're going to have more equity in your business, and you're going to have a massive respect from people in the boardroom when they meet you, because they're going to see that you've been through the hardship. They're going to see you put your own skin in the game, and they're going to be really respectful of that, and the fact that you actually sit there with a far better deal on the equity side of things than you might do usually. So yeah, that's it for today, and I'll speak to you soon. Goodbye.